the time. So you'll see me way down here marvering the back end of the clear glass and cooling that so that the colored glass section can continue to soak up the heat and become the hottest part. Hey, we just got our 30th person, our 30 viewer person. Welcome everybody, by the way. Thank you for being here again. I haven't had 30 people in a long time. Anyways, my name is Paul. Stick around, I'll be blowing some glass with you here. Hope everybody's having a good day today. This glass is being very cooperative. I had a nice piece that just got in the oven a couple minutes ago. I'm going to continue to make little vases and bowls and whatnot out of these color sections that I put together yesterday called suppios. I don't know what suppio means in Italian, but it means something Italian. So I need to just kind of regulate the temperature in this bubble, top to bottom, and then recool the bottom to make it so that it's going to be ready for me to spin nice and tight, because that'll be the next. I'm going to hook on my blow hose. Okay, got a nice tight twist on there. Gonna let that be and cool down for a little bit. Again, cooling down means 1,000 or so degrees, not the 2,000 degrees that I'm gonna gather on top of it. So as it cools, you'll see the pattern show up more and more. It's a very tight twist of lavender and gold. Alright, let's go on in and get some glass. It's always a good idea to have your blocks out. Alright, Lego. One tricky part about making this kind of a piece is that the spiral that's on here really doesn't matter to the rest of the piece. It's like the spiral could be slightly off center, but I need to center the piece. But it's very hard to see what's what. Okay, that's actually the shape I'm going for here. I'm going to do what my buddy Mark and I call a V bowl. It's a bowl shaped like a V. So now I'm going to give the piece a little bit of time to cool while I soak in the heat up top in the moil up here, which is going to be broken off, but needs the heat because it hasn't been heated for a while. Let the rest of it cool and then heat evenly together, and it should balance out the temperature just right. It's full flash, 5 seconds. Okay, now I'm going to let that hang and just be what it is for a second and pull nice and straight. And I'll come over here and get my punty. Again, the punty is just a nice tiny bit of glass on the end of my solid iron here. And this is going to be just gently rolled out and kind of peeled back, so it's like the thickness of a dime off the end of the tip here, but still dome shaped. Flashing the piece one last time, letting that hang out on the bench while the while the punty gets warm. And then we're going to break off the piece, transferring it off the blowpipe that it's on onto my solid iron with a little bit of glue on the end here. So, nice light touch, and I need to center it. So as I turn, I can get any wobbles out of there. And as it fuses on and cools down, it's still a stronger attachment than what I have up here, and I'm stressing out this attachment with some extra water. So cold steel on this area I'm squeezing here breaks it off very nicely. Now I can lightly introduce it to the heat back here. Looks like it's going to be okay. Let me get my pipe out of the way. Now I can stay back and heat just the lip, because that's what I'm going to work on next. And I'll know that I've got my punty on center and cool and stable. And I'm just letting the heat waft up onto that lip that I'll be needing to kind of inspect first and decide whether it's worthy of trimming or whether it's worthy of moving straight on to the lip wrap. Looks like it's ready to move on to the lip wrap. Doesn't need to be trimmed. Notice when I'm in here with my blades, I'm trying to touch not the lip, but behind the lip and the shoulder. This area of the glass is what I'm actually trying to push on inside out. Not only to help it change shape, but to help it cool so it doesn't continue to overheat more and more. I need to keep this piece warm so that I can wrap it with a lip of color, which I'm going to go ahead and make now after I flash. Okay, there's a good flash on it. I'm going to use this pale blue, but I really want it to stick out well. So I'm going to really heavily saturate color. which means I have just a little bit more back and forth to do. Okay, so now I've got my piece flashed and happy. Heating up the lip wrap, and I just need to apply them. So, get the piece out of there, get the lip wrap out of there. Oops. Okay, that's a V-bowl as far as me and my buddy are concerned. It's a nice little display of a cane twist. I'm letting that lip cool while I retain heat in the back end of the piece here, so that when I flash, this will continue to still build up heat along with that. Smoothing out the broken edge now, called fire polishing. While I do that, I'm going to preheat my tongs. Nice little piece. Oops. Awesome. Thanks for sticking around, everybody. Well, the thing about cutting glass with scissors is that as long as it's hot, it's stupid easy. It feels like wet cardboard. Also, it's wet cardboard that gets it feels like it's getting more frozen, as if it's freezing more and more every bite, because it is freezing up, but it's, cooling down. But think of it as like the texture of getting crunchier every time you work your way through it. So you kind of have to plan that into your speed that you're moving around, a lot of things. So, all right, I think it's time for a protein drink. Anybody else? All right, so we're moving on off the purples. We're moving into, what is that, blue mostly? Oh, it's blue with purple accent, not purple with gold. So blue with purple accent. That's gonna look good with something to pop that out. maybe gold. One gold, one pink. Excuse me guys, just checking in. We're coming back for more. I got 4 more pieces to make. Hey, Just Pony. Yeah, we're playing with fire today. See that hot spot right in front of you? That's called the glory hole. We're making some vessels today for Etsy. Excuse me. That was the first little bubble I popped through the end of the pipe. Blow it through to make sure it's clear, and then I'm going to sit down on the bench. We're going to ream it open even more, shape it up to be a nice looking collar. Got a little minute to clean up my bench here while this cools. All right. Now let's go back to the heat here. What I'm going to do is heat up just the face of this collar. I'm going to use that heat to go stick on what's called a supio out of the oven over here. I have a little black oven that is holding these little bell shapes of twisted color at right around 1,000 degrees. Okay, now I just want to lightly introduce it. Stay back. I went, because of the size of my collar, I went and grabbed the one that was in the back of the oven instead of in front, which would have been nice and easy to get. But that's okay, we're going to put it right back in line with my blowpipe, even though it seems a little slightly off. It'll be totally fine, because that's what we do here. We make good looking glass, not goofy looking glass. I'm all the way in the heat. When I come out, I'm just very gently going to roll it out and center it along with my blowpipe. And then we'll start heating up the color section itself, which you can see from there probably has a bit of a color twist to it already. I made these yesterday. Each one of them has probably about 30 lines of color in it that are already slightly twisted, and we're going to twist the bejesus out of them. And then we're going to gather more glass on top and blow it out to be something larger. But first I've got to get this little color section under control and evenly heated the way that I want it to be, not the way that it wants to be. Eventually I'm actually going to seal off the far end of this because it is open to, if I were to blow it out, it would just pass right through. So let me sit down at the bench. Maybe it is already sealed off, but either way, we're going to close that up there. Cut a little knob in here, section off a little knob. Now, the important part is right here. This gets trimmed off, and I use this area to twist even tighter this. So I'm going to dunk it in the water right back here behind the bench, freezing up that glass down there is going to help me use that as a nice cool knob to twist the rest. But first we got to go back in and build up enough heat to actually do that. Oh, I need to hook up my blow hose here. So now I can inflate it. Okay, so I need to twist it the right way, which is this way. Okay, so you see I got a pretty good twist. I really kind of mangled it a little bit at the start, but we saved it. I'm going to re-clean up the tip a little bit and make that look better. It is a good twist, but the bottom needs to be tended to. There's no harm in taking your time, right? After this, we go in and we gather up glass. It seems like the glass work, like most art, is back and forth process. Absolutely. Glass blowing is a lot of standing and looking and sweating and turning and sitting. Okay. Okay, there's our twist, there's our bubble. And we blow this out and we gather more glass on it. Then we blow it out, make it larger, make it whatever we want. But that is our base pattern. Okay, got it flashed, which means warm and cool at the same time. Warm enough not to break and cool enough not to move around. I'm going to go in here and take a little dab of glass on the end of this iron. Let it run back to about the thickness of a dime off the end. And then cool it right in place so I have a nice small point of attachment there. And this is what's going to attach to the bottom of the vessel. Oh, thank you. Yeah, jellyfish, I'm pretty good at making them. I never thought I would be a jellyfish maker, but jellyfish have been above and beyond my most sold item off my Etsy shop. The glow-in-the-dark jellyfish are like, it's crazy how much more attention those get than anything else. Even just like the generic matrix of Etsy, not just the sales. Just the regular likes and attention those things get is ridiculous compared to the rest of my stuff. I never thought I'd be a jellyfish maker. And they go all over the world. I mean, like, people in Germany, like, all over the place. Australia, of course, which can be a shipping nightmare. To any of you Aussies out there, cut me some slack if you order a piece from Australia. Oops, sorry. Oh, my thingy's not clicking. Come on, buddy. Sorry. Sorry, this furnace is burning out my eyes and I'm having a hard time seeing the chat. I will come check it out in just a second here. You may notice I'm spinning one direction while I hold and pull to encourage the twist to keep going. We'll fix the shape in just a minute. That's no big deal. I'm going to ask my family for my food. Oh, cool. Okay, so I need to just kind of fire polish this little lip. I'm getting it ready for a lip wrap, which I'm going to do with the gold. Now the gold is a pretty rich color. I might be able to get away with just one roll of it. But I don't want this lip to be too small when I get back to putting a lip on it. So watch this. I'm just going to open it just a bit. Yeah, I'm really just trying to make contact on the